3,000 days of Dokkaning are approaching, and I think they just hinted at Golden Week. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are talking about the upcoming 3,000 days of Dokkan campaign to JP Dokkan and what it means for the upcoming Golden Week, because I think they just dropped us a major hint. And given that hint, I also have a fun little concept for you. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. We have the commemoration of the 3,000th day of release. We will be giving away a maximum of 54 Dragon Stones. So you get 30 Dragon Stones on first login, along with some Supreme Kais, or Elder Kais rather, some training items, and some Hercule statues along with a special sticker. And you'll also receive 3 Dragon Stones per login every day, along with the Supreme Kai's guidance key. That's the keys for the Link level event. So pretty good deal, totaling in 54 Dragon Stones in the lead up to Golden Week. You will also receive on JP Dokkan 30 gacha tickets to summon on an upcoming ticket banner during the Golden Week campaign. Now this is very interesting. This is something we've never done before. Golden Week doesn't normally have a ticket banner. Now I am curious how this is going to work. Is it going to be for the Dual Dokkan Festival, or is it going to be some kind of random featured banner like during Worldwide, or like one of those general pool banners like during the anniversaries? Who knows? We don't know much about it yet, but we know that JP Dokkan is getting it as part of Golden Week and the 3,000th day campaign. Now what's interesting is it seems that the two are tied together based on the wording of this. Now it could be a simple problem with Google Translate, but I mean it seems very, very close together. So if Golden Week is shared again this year, Global will also be celebrating this 3,000 day campaign. Now it's unclear at the moment if Global is going to be getting these 30 tickets that are mentioned down here. We might get them through some other means, not necessarily part of the 3,000th day campaign, since our 3,000th day isn't until like November, December timeframe. So we could get it as part of our thank you campaign later. Who knows, right? But what I think we can see for now is that Golden Week and this campaign are tied together, and even more so, I think this blue Goku that they use, so I mean a lot of times it doesn't mean anything, usually it's just assets they throw onto here for a banner, but I think it might be a hint, right, as to what the campaign is about, right, because a lot of people were speculating that the next step up for the 3,000 campaign, right, is something from Dragon Ball Super, since the 1,000 and 2,000 day were all related to Dragon Ball Z. So next series we got Dragon Ball Super, makes sense. Now given that, I think I know what the theme might be, and this is just my guess, but previous years we've usually had some kind of Dual Dokkan Festival, Super versus Extreme. So last year it was Gohan versus Cell, we've had Trunks and Zamasu, we've had Gotenks and Boo. Usually the theme is Super and Extreme, and people in the have all been speculating, oh, are we going to see like Baby Saga, right? Are we going to see a superhero Gohan and Cell Max? Are we going to see, I think I've seen Future Saga on there, right, with a new Trunks and Zamasu, like a Sword of Hope Trunks, like a standalone one. Like, I've seen all kinds of ideas thrown out there. Hit versus Goku I've seen. Not Saiyan Saga, Namek Saga, Frieza, and Goku, Kaioken Goku to be specific, before he turns Super Saiyan. I've seen all kinds of things, but I don't think they're going that route this year. I don't think it's going to be Super versus Extreme. I think we're going to have a double Super campaign again, like we did 2 years ago with the GT celebration and the introduction of the GT Hero category with the Super Saiyan GT Goku and the Super Saiyan GT Vegeta, both of whom led GT Heroes and their respective family categories. I think we're going to get a very similar thing this year with this year's Golden Week campaign, and that we're going to get a Goku and Vegeta who lead the superhero category, that is everybody from Dragon Ball Super and their respective families. So I went ahead and drummed up a couple of concepts here for some units that I think could fill out that role. So taking an example out of the GT Hero celebration, we have an Int base Goku and a Fizz base Vegeta, opposite of what they were with the GT Hero leads, right? So both will lead Superhero and their respective families for 170% HP attack defense, and get an additional 30% to Bond of Parent and Child. This is for the Int base Goku here. Now, I chose this for a very specific reason, right? Superhero and Goku's family, right? With Goku's family and Bond of Parent and Child, that essentially covers every single Goku's family unit. And I wanted to make sure I did that with this leader skill if they were going to be a true Goku's family lead. Now, since we did that, we also gave him Bond of Parent and Child for the superhero category, because now it covers any of the Vegetas on the superhero category. So that's the main reason I wanted to set that up that way. So that way, right, you know, the opposite end of this dual Dokkan Fest, you would want to run the Vegeta on his team as well, right? Superhero. So it'll allow you to do that. Run them on the 200% lead. So that was kind of my thought process. They might come up with something a little more tricky to fit some different characters in there. They might have something a little bit more specific, but this is what I came up with to cover the most amount of ground with the characters. But if you got a better idea for a leader skill, let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear what you guys came up with. Now, I did specifically choose a base Goku because we've got, you know, I'm modeling this unit after the transforming AGL Goku. I think we could get a redo of that card, or at least I would like him to be a redo of that card. So instead of him starting as Super Saiyan like he did, he'll start as base form Goku, right? So he will start as base form and slowly transform up like he did in the AGL transforming Goku. Now, as far as the rest of his kit, though, for his super attack, I've given him greatly raises attack and greatly raises defense and seals enemy super attack. So this will kind of help him out the sealing, because you want him to get hit the way I've designed his passive, but obviously you want to be careful of the super. So giving him the ability to seal will help with that. I've also given him the ability to greatly raise defense because I want him to be very defensive oriented versus the Vegeta, who I've designed to be a little more offensive, right? So this Goku's passive reduces damage received by 59%. He has attack and defense 159%, and he gains an additional attack and defense 10% with each attack received. So my idea here was that basically he has enough defense to warrant putting him like in slot 1, but it could be a little dangerous, especially if he has to take a super. But the incentive there is him taking the attacks, right? You want him to take the attacks so he can get the extra attack and defense before he transforms into his next stage, right? That was kind of my idea with this, right? So there's a little bit of a risk reward there. He isn't built up yet, so you might have a little bit of trouble depending on the boss he's facing, right? Where you may not necessarily want him, right, to take those hits right away. So that was the thought process there. Now, as far as transformation goes, like the AGL Goku, he will transform on his next appearance and straight into Super Saiyan Blue, right? So I'm only going to make this 3 turns transformations, like the Cell from last year. So that way, you know, because I know one of the biggest problems with the previous Blue Goku is it took too long to get to him, right? So we're going straight to Blue Goku as his second transformation. And now he is greatly raising attack and defense. This will give him just a little more offensive capabilities, right? Not much, but just enough. And it's only for the turn, right? Because, well, it is infinite, but you're only going to get 2, maybe 3 attacks with the way I designed him, right? So, you know, he's only going to stay in this form for 1 turn. So you get what you can, and then he'll transform, like the Cell last year, right? So he'll greatly raise attack defense for, and lower enemies' attack. He also reduces damage received by 49% now, so his damage reduction is getting lower, but the trade-off is he's getting stronger offensively and defensively. He has attack and defense 159% still. He will now be a Rainbow Orb Changer. I figured this would give him some utility on the team instead of just being a stacking, building unit. right? So this would allow him to help out his team. He will launch an additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and he will also launch an additional super attack with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So again, Rainbow Orb changing could help him out get the 3 spheres, but if you're lucky and nobody else had to eat all the orbs he changed, you could guarantee yourself an additional super attack if you managed to pick up 7 or more. It's kind of just my thought process on here. It's real basic, like I said. I'm still learning how to make passives, so, hopefully you guys have some feedback for me there. Maybe there's some areas where I can change or improve to make it just a little bit better. And then on his next turn, he will transform into a UI Goku, where he is now raising attack and defense for only 1 turn. Like the previous transforming Goku, once you get to the final phase, they are no longer stacking infinitely. Now, I did give him the dodge all attacks for 1 turn upon his transformation, right? So you get a free dodge for the turn. That can really help out your other units. But after that, he drops down to his typical UI Goku 70% chance to dodge. He will keep his damage reduction, but now it is only down to 39%, which is still helpful, but it's significantly less than it was before. But combine that with the fact that he's been greatly raising attack and defense this whole time, you should be okay. You'll survive most normal attacks. There might still be some super attacks that hurt you, like the Metal Cooler core might still give you some problems, but then again, he's also got that chance to dodge. He will keep his attack and defense 159%. He will keep his orb changing, and no change to his chance to become a super attack with the 3 orbs. However, I did give him an extra 59% attack and defense with the 3 or more key spheres obtained. Otherwise, for his 7 or more, I kept that the same as well. Again, this is just kind of my idea for a new transforming Goku for Golden Week. I kind of feel like this is the way they're going to go, given that they showed this for the 3,000 day leading into Golden Week campaign. And it's kind of funny because this is a concept I've been working on and have been kind of tweeting about for a while. Like, I feel like this is the way we're going, this superhero new transforming Goku and Vegeta route. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at the Vegeta now. So Vegeta, I've made him Fizz, opposite of what the GT Vegeta is, and now he is superhero and Vegeta's family. For HP attack defense 170%. He'll also get additional 30% for bond of parent and child. This will basically cover all of Vegeta's family, as well as all Goku's family characters that are on Superhero. The only Vegeta's family it doesn't cover is those that were pre-Android Cell Saga, right? Because he's not on Bond of Parent and Child for those. But it does cover the Trunkses, it covers everyone else. Now, they could go the route and also give him 1 extra one, like Gifted Warriors, and then that would allow the Saiyan Saga and the Cell Saga Vegetas to fit on the lead, but this is kind of what I'm going with for now, just because I wanted to be more super class oriented anyways, right? Now, he is more offensive compared to his Goku counterpart, so he is raising attack infinitely and stunning the enemy. So opposite of Goku, Goku seals, this guy stuns, right? On his passive, he's attack defense 200%. He launches 2 additional attacks, each of which have a 70% chance of becoming a super attack, and he gets attack and defense 10% with each attack performed. Very basic, but the idea with him is you chuck him in slot 2 and you let him get those supers off, right? Build as much attack as he can within the first turn. That's why I gave him the great chance, because now moving into the Super Saiyan Blue, when he transforms, now he kind of stops being able to do as much of that, right? So you're incentivized to kind of get as many attacks as you can with him in this form. Once he transforms into Blue Vegeta, he's now raising attack infinitely, but I did give him a little defense because you figure by the time you get to him, you're going to want that extra defense. So he is raising defense for the turn. He is now attack defense 225%, launching 2 additional attacks, each of which has a 50% chance to become a super attack. So the trade-off now is, while he is getting stronger, his chance to launch his additional supers is slightly less, but he is still getting an extra attack defense 10% with each attack performed. Finally, on his next attacking turn, he will transform into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, and this would greatly raise his attacking defense for 1 turn. So he stops attacking now, but now he's attacking defense 250%. He has 2 additional super attacks, which have a high chance of becoming a super attack, and he has attacking defense 20% with each attack performed. This was kind of how I wanted, basically, super attack machine, getting more and more powerful with each super attack. Honestly, I might even just take off the 1 turn here, right, and just keep him stacking infinitely. But, you know, this was kind of my concept to be opposite of the Goku, right? Maybe I didn't give him enough defense, but I didn't want to have him do exactly the same thing as Goku either, but this was just my idea. So, this was kind of what I was thinking, right? A dual super Dokkan Fest, this time with 2 characters leading this superhero category, as opposed to like the previous dual super one we had where they both led the GT heroes. I thought this would be kind of interesting, and the fact that they used the transforming blue Goku here is really interesting, being that I've been working on this transforming concept for quite a bit, and this is kind of what I came up with. So anyways, guys, that is the video. That is the info on the 3,000 day campaign that we know of so far, and a possible hint and my concepts for the upcoming Golden Week campaign, which should be starting around the 28th of this month, which is in about 2 weeks. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, what theme do you think the upcoming Golden Week campaign is, and do you think this 3,000 day campaign has anything to do with it? Am I way off base? And also, you know, what did you think of the concepts here? Let me know. Again, I'm still trying to get the hang of building the concepts, so if there's any feedback or anything you would personally add to these, or your own ideas for a Golden Week concept, I would love to hear them in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, if nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.